Hello, RocksAlot. Welcome in. Sunday afternoon. Got some stuff to cut. So yeah, today I'm just going to go through some stuff that needs to either get processed, cut. Hi there, welcome in. So yeah, I'm going to do some processing. This all has to get done anyway. So I just thought I'd bring everybody in. See if they'd like to watch it as I go along. Let's get chat stuff going. Beautiful day out. Should have gone fishing, but hope everybody's doing well. And get that going. That can go up there. A little bit of noise. Get that out of here. And this is what we're going to work on today. So welcome in. Working on some turquoise that we started last week. The only one, there's a couple here that we started that I have not finished off yet that I need to finish off. This was, top ones were Kingman. And this piece, we had this piece, let's see, I think it was like this. And we're possibly going to do a heart, and I cut it. I just preferred that oval there than trying to squeeze out a heart that may even or may not work. Welcome in, Juliet. How you doing today? And so yeah, I'm just going to continue to process some of this. This was the Kingman, and there's some neat stuff with this Kingman. So it has some really nice seams in it, but then it also has this sort of pyrite matrix as well. Hi everybody, welcome in. Good afternoon. Hope you're having a decent Sunday. I've got a lot of stuff that I've got to cut it. I got to put it on the machine and grind, and I thought I'd just bring you all along. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. If you're just in for a minute, I'd really appreciate a like, thumbs up, or even a subscribe would be fantastic. And yeah, so just working on some turquoise. I'm gonna get a few of my safety things going on. And this is some we did during the week that we cut outside, and it looked fantastic. So like this piece I can cut straight like that. This piece I may need to back at some point, or we cut it and take a different piece off of it like that. But really that color's in the middle right there. I guess it's Racing Sunday. This was the gorgeous piece that we got on Thursday, and that's finished up. Came out beautifully. Very happy with that one. And this was the other side to that one. So we may cut it. It's not going to come out the same size. But I guess the police are chasing the motorcycles. That's an interesting thing. Maybe I should take the camera out there. Yeah. So I'm going to move you over to the machine real quick. Excuse the, well, there's an easy way to do this. There's no easy way to do it. Undo that. I'm just going to move over. That wasn't so bad. So I work on a Diamond Pacific Genie. It is a 6-inch machine. 6-inch machine. Well, the wheels are 6-inch. The machine is bigger than 6-inch. Let's get some light on there. And I think what we'll do is cut a piece of the Kingman that hasn't been touched before just to see what she looks like. And then we'll go on to all the other work that I have to do. Like I said, if you have any questions, go ahead, put them in the chat. Love to see you just see some highs. Is that Maudiel? Mordiel. Welcome in. Aramis, welcome in. Just working on some turquoise today. So some's been sliced already. This is Kingman. And then I also have some that I really got to get to that I just got to get through. I've had it for a couple of weeks and I've had it back for a couple of weeks. And I just need to dive into this as well and get this done. Because it's sitting around right now. And the potential is something similar to that. Maybe better, maybe worse. So that's that front side. And inside is like this. So yeah, let me get my gloves on. Get my mask back on. I think I just said mask. That's scary to me. Afternoon or good evening to everybody. Because this is prioritized, I'm going to put some gloves on. Just saves me going into the week with hands that look completely black. So we're just going to start with that. I'm going to start with a piece that we haven't touched yet, just to see what's inside. And here comes some noise. That's just to push some water up onto the wheels, stops the silica from getting into the air. And this is probably going to be noisiest wheel, less noisy, not too bad. Yeah, if you would subscribe, hit that like button. So I'm not sure if this just is so thin on the top. I'm going to come down from this back side. It might even be hematite. And see if we can save some of this color on the front. It's going to get pretty noisy. So this is why I just put my gloves on. Yummy. Unoya, welcome in. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Happy Halloween. Ooh, it smells like sulfur. Thank you all for saying hi. And I'll probably see how dirty that is. So I'm really just going to bring this down and see if we can pull that color out of the top. It's very thin. Now I've got that going, I'm going to go around the edge just to bring it in some. A little bit of color. This seam is so thin, I'm not going to get a big dome to it. Hi Brooke, or Isley is it? Those are both nice names, so I'm not sure which one to use as your first name. So welcome in. If you haven't been here before, I do a little bit of lapidary and a little bit of antique. Today is not the antique day. I actually do have a book with me that I was going to show. Alright, let's get this down. We've gone around the edge. Let's show you. This is one of the dirtier of all the stones, but you see how thin that line is right there? I'm going to try and save that. And to do that, I might even end up losing all that. Only because it takes a divot right in there. There's like a little gouge in there. So I might actually end up having to do that. So let's see if we can take off some of this top. I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to miss a wheel and go over here to the third wheel, to the 280 grit, because it's going to be a lot softer on this. Let's see if I can save any of this. It might just go right through it. It would be a shame, but quite a possibility. So going very lightly. It's almost like working opal. You just have that, you know, with opal you have that really thin bar. So, let's see if I can do this. I mean, it's a really nice blue, but it's so thin. I am hardly even touching this wheel. Yeah. See, it's starting to disappear up in this top corner. This seam is extremely thin. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it in there. See how it dips down in here? Very difficult. Really difficult. Let me back over here. I don't know why I chose the most difficult piece to start. It's really hard. Let's pour all this in. I wish I could tell you this was going to have the most spectacular outcome, but I don't think it is. Yeah, I'm going to have to change the piece. It's not terrible, but very difficult to work with. Let me just do a quick scoop. We can move on to something else. So, pretty nice, but got that gap right there to get through. And then, hi Mohammed. Turquoise, yes, it's turquoise. It's Kingman, but you can see that seam right there is so thin. I'm gonna have to leave it like that and maybe work it on the other wheels, which are over here. Yeah, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming in. Let's work on another piece. Let's do. We'll do the thick part of this one. So this was one. Alright, somebody just got deleted. Honey? Not sure what happened there, Mohammed. Anyway, we're going to work on this one. I think you might have got key message by mistake, I'm not sure. Anyway, we're going to take this one, and we're going to take the thick part. The other one probably has to be backed. So let's just get onto that, on that top wheel right there. See if we can get a shape out of it. And we're going to come down from this top side. Coming off pretty quick. I'm trying to give it enough of a girdle that I have enough to work a dome with. Okay, so we just took off quite a bit. Now we're going to try and come down from this top side into this color. I'm going to move back over. Here we go. See what we can do here. I think we got a decent shape going on here too. Welcome in everybody if you're new. It's RocksAlot, and I go live mostly on Thursdays in the afternoon, and then Sundays I'm coming on for a little bit, just to get some of the processing done for the rest of the week. Like I love doing my show and reveals, but that also has to get processed at the end of everything too. Trying to get a little bit better of a shape. And where's my best color? Actually, all the color's pretty good. So I'm gonna do this just a little. Gonna get close to an oval, but not an oval. Welcome in everybody. Hope you had a really nice weekend and you're enjoying Sunday afternoon. I really appreciate you joining me. You know, if you stay for a minute, hit that like, that'd be much appreciated. Maybe even hit the subscribe. And just talking to family, and I'm extremely happy and honored that people come to watch me do this at all. But then thinking about it, it's like, who wants to turn on the television these days? With everything that's going on, sometimes it's just, this might even be more interesting and more relaxing. So welcome in. Bit of an undercut right there, which I don't like. So we're going to take care of that. Alright, welcome in everybody. Welcome Don, thank you. Yeah, I don't know, I've just, I don't know, to tell you the truth, Don. I really do appreciate it, and love that anybody comes in at all that is more than family. So some of the people that are coming in, it feels like they're becoming family, and that's great. Hi Liz. It is. It's more interesting, better for our mental health. And I mean, we do need to know what's going on in the world. I just don't need to hear it every other minute, you know. Alright, kind of got the shape that I want. Still a little bit off, but it might change once we find out what we have left on the top. So this was the middle, and some people would actually back it this way and come down here. And I've decided to leave that as the bottom. And we're going to start from the outside and come inward. And hopefully we get some really nice colors and some really nice patterns similar to that were in the middle. Yes, Stephen. So I told you I got that. I have a bag. I don't have it here. It'll take me a while to get out. I'll bring it on to the next live on Thursday, Stephen. Show you what I'm talking about. I know opal chips will work great in resin. I haven't started doing it, but you know, all the old time rings and inlays that they used to do were mostly chips too. But I have that I have a bag that's been sort of resin to a very thin backing, and I don't know what the backing is. It may just be like some sort of black plastic. It's not it's not like a black records, the old black records that they used to use. It's not that. It's not obsidian, and very thin. But I think, and I had purchased some of the resin kits to try it out with. I haven't done it yet, of course. But I'll bring it in. I'll bring it into the next live. I'll show you. And they were just sort of the edges and cut-off pieces from what the gentleman used to work. Okay, we're starting to get through that smoky outside. Maybe you can see that. I'm hoping there's something really cool underneath that. Yeah, I don't know what we can do with it, Steve. Maybe I can get some to you and you can try it out with your resin. That would be cool. We went to a local arts festival yesterday, and we have a family member that does seed beads. But some of her work that she does is just amazing. She sort of seed beads patterns around river rocks. I don't know how she does it. Really amazing stuff. But it was neat to be out there amongst all the artists. We were just there as customers, not vendors. Took a couple of stones with me to show, which I got great compliments on. And then one of the ladies, who I've met a couple of years now, one of the sweetest ladies you'll ever meet, working there with her granddaughter. And she's like, oh, you need to come to the German Mineral Society and teach us what you're doing. I'm like, you have no idea what I'm doing. Nor do I sometimes. So, I don't know. Very kind. Welcome in, everybody. Okay, we're getting down there. Still not sure I made the right choice, but it's starting to look really nice. That side. That side. So right now, that is the back. Have you tried, I don't know if it'll work. These are just ideas that I had when I got my resin, was to try, and I have some of the powder here somewhere, that super crazy dark, doesn't emit light, black powder dye. I think it's called Venom, maybe? I think it's Venom. Something like that. And I've mixed that in with a clear epoxy and it comes out extremely dark. Alright, now I'm just trying to do a dome. I'm going around. I'm now going to set my girdle at about probably 4 or 5 millimeters. And I'm going to do that evenly all the way around, hopefully. It's a little different from me wearing gloves, but get a little bit more off here. It's starting to come through. Not quite where I want it yet. Sort of pulling and turning at the same time. I'm using more pressure on the left and the right than I am on the top of the dome there. Do the same over here. Okay, now I can move on to the next one, next wheel. Come on, wait for this color to pop out and get rid of some of that smoky. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you had a good weekend, and I don't know if it's Halloween. I keep seeing faces and everything. Maybe it's just me. Alright. This wheel's a little softer. It does have sort of a sponge backing. You can hear the difference. But it does have a lot more of its grit on there. It's a 280 grit. But I can apply a little bit more pressure on this now. I'd love to go to Denver. The one I'd really like to go to soon is the quartzite. I don't know if it's maybe it's a little more like the Burning Man concerts, I guess. But it seems to be the vendors are not giant vendors that are having to pay for their cost of travel from around the world. They're a little more local, a little more down to earth, a little more, sort of a little less money hungry. And honestly, I would love to go to Denver, and just to go to Denver. And I'd love to go to the show. Alright, I just gotta roll this over some more. And thanks to lapidary Dave, we did get some access to some rough at the end of the show of people that had not sold everything that they had and were kind enough to offer it up here. That's pretty nice. More of that black and smoky will come out as we go through the other three. And I'm pretty happy with the dome. I'm not completely happy with the shape yet. I think it's probably going to come up here a little bit. But not terrible. What else have we got? I need to finish this one up. So this was previously backed. It started to look a bit like a heart, and I was about to go for it, and then it was too rounded and I'd end up losing too much of the stone. So I gave it a cut. I'll make a little something out of this one, and this one I'm going to try and oval out right now. So let's go back to the middle. I hope this movement doesn't bother you too much. And that's alright. Let's just do it. So I have a commission that I was given on Friday, and I love it's like a cuff, silver cuff with almost a shadow box oval cabochon that needs to go in the middle. The customer is trying to replace an oval mother of pearl, but the piece that I was given that they chose out, I don't think it belongs in there really. It's just not nice enough. Okay, so I gotta get this right. Alright, say goodbye to that little piece right here. Like that. Anyway, so I'm gonna do an oval of the piece of mother of pearl that they gave me as best as I can. And then I was talking to my wonderful mother actually, and I think I'm gonna cut an oval that may fit in there as well. I'm hoping as I go through here that backing starts to get thinner and the top starts to get thicker. So, yeah, let me concentrate on my little oval here. I'm looking at it just like you guys, but I have a phone in between me, so see if I can eye this out. I could also stencil this, which may end up doing. Now I think I'm going to stencil it. I'm slowly getting there. Still off a little. I'm losing stone as we talk. But I kind of know the size of that stone that needs to go into the cuffs. Hi North Star. How we doing? I'd love to go to Tucson, Liz. I mean, obviously, I don't know, it's even from when I first started watching people go to Tucson to today, it seems to have changed some. It's got really expensive for the vendors, and that obviously turns into more expensive to the customers. And I'm not sure the logistics of it are as organized as it used to be years ago. But to see some of the displays, you'd have to be there a week just to look at the displays. And I mean some of the giant fossils and amethyst caves and all that kind of stuff. Some of the higher end pieces that you wouldn't find. Okay, I got one little divot in this side over here, and it's messing with my shape. Alright. So we're going to take this to a certain point, and then I'm going to call it. And then I'll probably put it on the stencil for the next 3 wheels, just to get a more accurate calibration. North Star, how's your lapidary coming along? I know you've been doing it a little while now. Plus you have the dogs too. Okay, so man, that divot's messing with me. I gotta take this whole off here, right here. Okay. Alright, see, that just changed that. It's much better now. Still off a little, but looks nice. And I'm going to do a little bit on the dome. If Miss KG is listening, inside the rocks display that we're clearing out, there's a bag with a yellow ticket in it. And that has that commission in it. Maybe I could show it real quick. But I also know Miss KG just came back from getting videos of a monarch butterfly that had just come out of its chrysalis. Putting some new fish in the fish tank for the kids on Monday. And yeah, let's see. So this brown is not going to come out. It's there. And yeah, as much as I'd like it to come out, it's not going to come out. It does give it a good contrast. But it's not going to show. Well, it's got a little bit more. I can get rid of it a little bit. Around and around here. Trying to do this evenly. Decent shape. Hey Doug, how you doing? Tim, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. I don't know if you're on evening, afternoon, or still in morning. No? Actually, most of everybody should be able to be in afternoon or evening, so welcome in. If you wouldn't mind, I'd appreciate the thumbs up when you either coming in or leaving, whichever. Really helps the channel. Slowly building myself up on the channel, which is fantastic and really appreciated. You could hit the subscribe. I try to do a couple of shorts and videos throughout the week, and then I go live at least once a week. And I mostly do phosphates and turquoise, opal, a little bit of agate and jaspers. Anything funky that we can get our hands on at the same time. I consider myself a novice, but I've been doing it probably 4 years now. And I have got to the point where people are, or at least a couple jewelry stores are actually having me recut stones for some of their clients. And I'll tell you, most of the ones I'm doing are the ones that other lapidarists or jewelers don't want to do. And it's not that I don't enjoy it. I enjoy it less than what I'm doing right now when I have to do something on a commission basis because I screw it up. I feel bad. And I'm not getting paid a lot, but I am getting the experience out of it, so bit of a give and take. So I'm going to leave that like that. Gonna have to bring that see that tiny little divot, but I'm gonna leave it like that, and we'll hit the other 3 wheels. So far not bad. What have we got? Okay, I gotta get through some of this stuff. What have I got? I I got 4 pieces right here. I have to get through. I don't remember what's underneath them, but they're all backed. Let's see if I can get something out of that. So it has color in there, but they're all backed, which is why I'm wearing the gloves. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some of this backing off. I gotta clean these stones up. So I'm actually just snapping off some of the excess here. Trying to see if there's anything in there, but like that one, it's got nothing in it. And these were just the top cups that we did 2 weeks ago. So that's what I've been doing on Sundays mostly with you guys, is coming on and some of the work that just needs to get done. I can't just have it sitting around forever. Half done because I've shown it in a video and then not finishing it off. So this one looks like it's got some decent potential to it. So let's get rid of these bits before they end up on the floor. And we're going to go over to the 2 metal wheels. These are diamond impregnated, not diamond sintered. Going to add a little bit of extra pump for the pumps there. And this one's got a little color to it too, so we might lose half this stone, but it'll give us something. So shouldn't be any noisier than that. Maybe we can get a little bit closer. No. Oh, with these gloves on, I can't. Okay. So I was trying to get a little bit closer, but I won't do it. Let's run through these. So even this wheel, which is a 80 grit reel, is starting to wear out. Used to be you'd get on here and go like that and your whole stone would disappear. But, welcome in everybody. Hi Helen, welcome. Thank you for coming in. I have not really sold that much to the public yet, Helen. I wanted to see how well some of my lapidary was taken by the locals, and we're all our worst self-critique, but I have got to the point where I'm being used by some of the local stores to do some of the lapidary work for them, which is an absolute compliment. And then I am going to get to the point where I start selling it. I already have an eBay store, but I do not sell this type of work on it yet. And I may just start a whole new store. My present store consists mostly, I do jewelry on there sometimes, but it consists mostly of, hi there, welcome in, Gundol, Soroto, welcome in. So my present eBay store mostly consists of old antique books. And that just came through opportunity more than anything else. I used to be in the confidential document destruction business. And so I was fortunate enough to come by things that not everybody gets to look at, that has been published, and they were recycling as far as library wise. So I have a lot of old antique books from sort of old IFAS stuff, or what do they call it? The experimental department from the 1800s and early 1900s. A lot of plant science, botany, entomology, ecology, those kind of things. I've got some really old British Medical Society books. Alright, we're going to see where this color, if this color meets. So let's actually show it here. Let's see. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for coming in. If you don't mind hitting that thumbs up, that'd be great. Let's get this a little bit clearer. There we go. So on the right there, it might be on your left, we are showing color. I don't really see too much color showing on this left. What might be right, this piece right here. I'm hoping underneath here we're going to find something as well. And I'm almost to the point that I can dome that off. I need to get this a little higher. And to get it higher, I bring it in a little bit. So just like that. And we're going to go over here. Smooth it out a little, and then we're going to do the dome, hopefully. Some great questions today, thank you. I really appreciate that. The other turquoise we were working on was Kingman. This is, we're not quite sure, it is American. Probably Arizona, but we're not sure yet, and we are trying to work it out with one of the people that we purchased this from. So I like the shape, and let's see what we got underneath. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you had a good Sunday. Actually, I hope you had a great weekend. Alright, this could be interesting. By bringing down the top, I'll at least know how much more I need to bring it in on the edges. Okay. Get this. I know this end is going to be the better end. So right now I'm just bringing it down and rolling it off to what is my left. And just trying to get the same height right there. So what you can't see, I can feel. So I can feel the differences in hardness or softness of the stone. So it gives me kind of an idea of what to expect when we look at it. And I think this is actually turning out, a little bit better than I thought. Almost. Let's bring it down a little bit more. So I'm sort of harder on the left and the right and rolling it. Wow. Welcome in, everybody. I was not expecting so many people to be in today. So Sundays, probably, I'm just going to be processing what we looked at on Thursdays. And I'm really trying to do some catch up here because I've been showing things and semi-shaping things on Thursday and then not finishing it off. And so I'm ending up with quite a few stones that are in the middle of backing, in the middle of shaping, polishing, all that. Okay, let's take a look. Not as good as I was hoping. Not bad, but might end up losing all of that. There's a little in there. I'm going to keep bringing this down, see if anything pops. I need more color. Way too much matrix. The other end is nice. I need more. Huh? No. Like I said, I wasn't sure on some of these. These were sort of the offcuts. Well, yeah, the thinner of the cuts that I had done. And then because they were thin, I backed them right away. And it's been a few weeks since I've looked at them. So, gonna call that. Let's do this. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, the phone's talking to me. So I'm gonna get a little bit close, a little bit finished on this, and we'll leave it. Hi Anne, welcome in. Nicodemus. Good man. Welcome in. I see Miss KG is in the line. So I'm hoping she may be able to go grab that bag for me that has the commission in it, and maybe I can show you that stone that we did earlier that may fit in there instead of the mother of pearl. Okay. Yeah, that's just not showing more and more. It's not terrible, but I don't know if I'd put that on my best wear. So I'm gonna leave that one like that. Let's move on to got that. That's not bad. Let's see what this little one has to do. Back to the middle. Looking at the ones we have done. Okay. Let's do this the wrong way. How about that? Why don't we come down from the top without even opening up the edges, which is not the way to do it. But I forgot what's underneath, so let's see if it makes any difference. It'll show me at least like, well, we do have color. There is color in there. That's good. Usually it goes from the out to the edges first, bring it into the color, and then bring the top and the dome down, depending on what you find from the edges. This time we're doing it backwards. I'm doing the top. See if there's anything underneath that's worth it going in to dig out. Let's have a look. Oh, there is something in there for sure. Alright. So let me bring the edges in. This is more of a sort of goldy matrix, goldy brown. Some people like it, some people don't. Some love the black matrix, some love the red matrix, some don't like matrix at all. And me, it doesn't really matter to me. I just want to try and get the best stone out of the rough that I'm given. And that's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, the show yesterday, we were talking about the show. Oh, somebody got a message in reviews. It's a shame. But yeah, while we were at the show, I lost my train of thought. How about that? I was asked to do a few different classes. I was invited to vend here locally. One was with the Gem and Mineral Society and some of their members, and another one was with the Artisans Guild. So some of these stones that aren't quite up to like, selling par, as far as I guess it would be the right way to term it, I will end up probably giving away to kids or customers that are just walking by and Maybe it'll help them remember who I am. And they'll come back another time to purchase. So none of this goes to waste. Hi everybody, welcome in. Let's see, okay. Getting down to something, but I don't know how big it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be huge. So, see how we got... We came down from the top first. Sorry, there we go. Normally you'd come in from the edges, because the edges would show you where that turquoise is starting. And it's up there a little bit. Not terrible. Bring it down just a little bit more. And I think we'll do another piece of the Kingman. Just crank things up a little bit. You need a little bit of diversity in your stones. Alright, I'm going to bring the edge in a bit more. So I can see where my color isn't going to be. So pretty much going to get rid of that. If you have any questions, go ahead, put them in the chat. Bring that in. Thank you all for spending some time with me. I brought it in. It'll leave a little bit more of that turquoise in the face. And the matrix to the outside. Which hopefully will show off the middle nicely. So, getting there. See if I can pull some of that out. Don't see that getting much better there, so I can almost bring that in some more. I like the matrix, but not too much. You know, I don't need it taking over the whole stone. So we're almost got it oval, and that's what we'll end up doing. Not expecting an oval. So I'm actually surprised these gloves are not getting in my way too much. I say that now I watch my finger go flying in. So, almost did an oval. And gonna bring this down and start rounding it a little bit. So it evens the dome. Not the brightest. And personally, I don't mind some of the turquoise that isn't the brightest. To me, it makes it look more natural. There are some out there that are like, and they are true natural stones, but they're so bright that they don't look natural. Like the Kingman I have, it is natural, it is stabilized, but it's not dyed. But the color is still pretty vibrant on it, which is great. Hope you guys don't mind the noise. To me it's a little relaxing. So let's go over here. That's one. Wiggle waggle, moving it around. Wondering if we could, we might expose. Let me get these other two done, and then maybe I'll expose an opal. I have a couple pieces somewhere in here. thought I did. It needs checking. Losing the color now. Alright, started losing color. Different. Not the best ever. Let's do a piece of the Kingman. Did that one already. This one was a little different on the inside. A lot harder. You know what? Let's see. Wasn't expecting to do it, but somewhere. Oh, there we go. Okay, I do. Have a little bit. Let's try something. Let's have a look. I have no idea how these are going to come out. I did not spend a lot of money on these. Hi DJ, welcome in. See anything showing crazy color here. Let's try that one. It looks white though. I just don't think it's got any color in it. Let's keep looking. It's got a little color in it. Very, very slight. I don't think I'll get it on camera. Let's see what else we got. There's a piece. Okay, let's try these. This one might have something in it. Okay, this might have something in it. Let's try it. Pretty small. It is then we'll go back to the turquoise. I needed to see how I did on these anyway. 1.8, so it's 9 carats. Let's see if we can find anything in there. See how the color looks. Sort of shows up, but not very well. Oops. Sorry for the quick change. See the little flash in there? There's a little flash down the bottom. Here comes the light again. See if I can find anything in here. Same thing, they're really gonna go around the edge. Bringing it in. I can kind of see a little bit of color. I'm trying to see if it goes all the way around. I'll be surprised if we get anything fantastic out of this. Opal, not too hard as far as the nose hardness. And because of those bars sort of go up there, I may come down from the top here. Let's see what happens. Take that skin off the top. Yeah, I think this was what, $10 for me. So if I get anything more than just cutting out of it, I'll be happy. Here I am cutting opal with gloves on, which I've never done before. It's going to be a very flat dome if I get anything out of it. And right now, I do not see any color. Let's bring that off completely. And we'll try from the other side as well. Nothing yet. Thank you, KG. Still nothing. A little bit harder. I don't know if there's going to be... I can see some stuff from the sides here, but I don't know if there's going to be anything in here. There should be color right there. I don't see it. I don't want to give up on it yet. I'm not getting anything. Try this other side. It's odd because I can see it from the sides, but it's just not showing from the top. There it is a little bit. Okay. It's a very wavy piece. So it does not have a straight color bar on it. Does have a little bit of color up the top there. Sorry, it's not focusing. Come on. Alright, well, just gonna do it. Pressing pretty hard. And now I see 3 bars on this side. Maybe we can get to 1 or 2 of them. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for the thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Only been going for an hour. That's good. Go over here. I'm gonna have to take my gloves off soon because I want to get some close-ups of this for you, and it's not focusing properly. Let's just get that going. Not coming out. This was a absolute gamble, $10 gamble. I saw a few little bars from the side. Wasn't expecting to get too much out of it. But for $10 it was worth a try. I'm not getting it. Okay, now I see something. Okay. Let's keep going. Maybe I just need to be patient. It's not showing a lot. Try the other side. I don't know if you can see the little glints down there right now. This side has it. It's just the glove grabbing my fingernail. It's an odd feeling. Come on. It's not showing. It's there slightly. Let's go back to this wheel. I need to bring it down a little bit quicker. I'm trying to see where it is. It's taking a lot longer than I expected, so I apologize for that. Got a little bit of color. Alright, I'm going to do what I shouldn't do and go a little bit to the 80 really quick. So I don't even need to move the camera. Just being a little impatient. Okay. Hi everybody, welcome in. Okay. Starting to see something. I wish I could, if you could see it. I'm going to try with the light in a minute, and I'm going to take this glove off because it's bugging me. Okay, see if we can show this a little bit. It's there, this bar is so thin. Let's try that. I don't know if there's a way to take some of this light out, but there is a little bit of color in there. It is not showing up fantastic. There you go. So it is in there. I'm not just seeing things, and I'm going to get the little bits of sand out. Now, it doesn't like the gloves and it doesn't like the color. Yeah, so that has some pretty good potential. I could finish it out a little bit more. Here comes a little bit of light. Hold on. So let's bring it down a little bit more and see if I can't show that without going through the bar itself. Excuse me, I hope this doesn't get rid of everybody, but I got stuff on my tongue now. That's pretty good. Whew, that was lucky. Let me take it down just a little bit more. And I gotta be really careful on this wheel because it could take it off really quick. And that is the sound of opal right there. A little more glossy. Certainly more glossy than the turquoise. Sometimes an agate will sound like this. I'm just going to dome it slightly. This bar is so thin and it's not even flat that I could go through it really quickly while I'm trying to take these little pieces of sand out. Getting there. Welcome in everybody. Thanks for joining me. Sunday tea time and Thursday tea time. Eastern Standard Time is what we do. So, Sundays we try to finish up what we did Thursdays. We only got about halfway today. But I figure if I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna be working on this stuff anyway, I would, invite you all to come with me. So thank you for being here. Okay. I haven't done opal in a while. I don't know why. I started with opal. I love opal. Opal's my favorite stone to work with. And I just haven't done it in a while. I've had so much turquoise and a few other stones that I just haven't worked it. I'm going to make sure I don't go through it. Oof. I've got one little sander left. And I have not shaped this stone on the edges yet. I just wanted to see if we could even get down to the color. But yeah, I started with opal. And thanks to my wife and a friend, we got into the machine with the genie. And I've been working on this genie now for almost 3 or 4 years. Very fortunate in the beginning to be able to source opal without spending too much money. Okay, got one little bit left. Man, looks better without the light, but you can kind of see some of the color in there. I got that. I don't know how to do this. Let's see if we can. No. So I'm trying to get rid of some of the exposure, but it won't let me do it when I'm live. But there's some decent blues and greens, a little bit of yellow in there. So I'm going to move over to the next one. Shoot, like that. So this cost me $10. If I sell it for 30 or 40, I'll be happy. Hey Hoss, welcome in. Yeah, it doesn't always love me either. A lot of tricksters out in the opal market. The best way to put it. Things with opal, they can make them look bigger than they really are. And they can underexpose with the light, which makes your fingers pink, brings the colors out, which I don't mind doing if you're letting people know that that's what you're doing. So this is full right now. This is full. Oh, well, I got a nice little patch just came out. So this is. If I could take the light exposure out some, it would look much nicer, but it's actually showing really well. So this bar is about half a millimeter thick, so I'm not going to get any dome on it. It's got a little bit of a dome. And if you can see at the bottom there, there's a couple more bars. That's how thick this bar is that I'm working on right now. So trying to get that little piece of sand out, which I may leave in a minute because I got 3 more wheels to go after this one. So I have to keep that in mind that this is a 280 grit. And I still got 600, 1200 at 3000 to go. And then the cerium oxide for an opal. With the sand that I was working with, with the turquoise that I was working with, we used sand. And I think I've got close enough. I don't know if there's a little mini crack over here or not. Might be, might not be. I don't think so, actually. I think it's just a striation in the color. So let's do this. And so you can kind of see what I'm looking at. So that is no light exposure, changes in light exposure. That's just the flash from the light, and actually the phone takes out the red, I believe it is, and increases the blue a little bit, but that looks really nice. And I'll just shape this out, and then hopefully that little sand, and it should, it's not very deep, will come out on the final 3 wheels. Well, originally UK, originally this cost $10 to me, but with my expertise and all of your help, we've now turned it into, I don't know, depends on how it finishes up, but we started off with a 9-carat stone. Let's see how heavy it is. I'm not going to sell it right now, UK anyway, but there will come a time. Let's have a look. So, let me get the scale. You can see the scale. Oh, no, it's not going to let me do it. Okay, well, the scale's right here, and it shows 1.2. Wow, so we've only lost 3 carats. So right now it's still sitting at a 6-carat stone. That's the back, needs some work. That's the front. So yeah, 6 carats, and you put it at $20, so it's going to be $100 stone at the end. Decent ring size. All right, very happy with that. What are we going to go do next? Let's see. I've got 2 more of these backed ones I got to do. I wish that was opal. It'd be nice if these were opal. But these are just some backed turquoise, which I don't remember what they look like underneath. Something similar to that, which is okay, not fantastic. And then, so we'll do these 2, and then we'll do another piece of Kingman, and I think we'll call it at that. So, but, very happy with that. What would they say? Chuffed. I don't say chuffed anymore. I used to say chuffed. All right, let's do these, which means I got to get some more gloves back on. Thank you all for being in here. Appreciate you hitting that thumbs up and everything. Salty Dog, welcome in. Used to be the name of one of my favorite bars. Where are you from, Salty? Yeah, I found that from Rough. That was really cool. Let's try this. Getting back into this backing again. Salty Dog, where are you from? You don't have to tell me if you don't want. You can tell me a region or a country would be great. You sound like you might be from Australia, but I don't know. Sylvain, welcome in. Thank you for saying hi. I'll show you what we've been sort of working. It's a little dirty at this point, but we've been working a little bit of Kingman. This was the Kingman from the other day that just came out wonderful. Look at that. Hematite. Got a little face in it. Beautiful dark blues. This is the piece. It went from the possible heart the other day, and I gave it a big chop. And then we just did this opal, which we won't show now because we've got too much light. But yeah, you can't really see it now. But yeah, it came out really nice. So now we're just going to go. Got 2 mysteries. Don't think there'll be anything too spectacular, but you never know. And once we get those done, I'll do one more piece of Kingman and probably call it a Sunday evening for me. Lucky me, I got a new boss coming in tomorrow. So we're going to hit these real quick, see if we can uncover anything. So just going around the edge. Some of it's just going to disappear. thank you all for coming in. I've been going live on Thursdays and Sundays, no particular time. Mostly tea time around here. I appreciate that, Wolf. But we try to stay out of too much politics and religion on this channel. It's the reason we're here in the first place. Because there's not much on television these days worth getting into, except for maybe for me some sports, but all the rest of the news don't particularly need it. Appreciate your thoughts though, Wolf. There are plenty of channels that you can go and minister to. And it's always good to minister to yourself before you start ministering to others. So, yeah. So let's go ahead. Looking pretty good. Not much color on this side though. A little dirty on this side. See if we can bring it into some color. Well, that's not... I've got some decent color on here, but when it goes around, and then it sort of peters out into something right there. I'm not even sure. Let's go a little bit further in. Yeah, we've had a lot of interesting people in some of the lives lately. Not so much mine, but had some odd people going into jewelry resellers and messing with them a little bit. I don't understand why you'd be going in and messing with all the ladies, and it doesn't make any sense to me. They're just trying to entertain and have a good time and make a little money on the side. Try taking the top down on this one. I think I've got enough on the edges to work with, but it's going to be close. It's going to be really close right there. Let's try this. Right, we're going to go to the other wheel, just quicker. I'm going to bring it all down to about 5 millimeters all the way around. Maybe 6, just to have something to work with. Thank you all for sticking around. Appreciate you all. Probably getting close to dinner time, or maybe to go off and do a few things with the family, so appreciate you. If you hit that like on the way out, that'd be much appreciated. Hi, Stefano. Welcome in, ciao. I think you visited last week. Did you visit last week, Stefano? I think I remember talking about Italy a little bit last week. Lovely country. Lovely, lovely country. Not just for its food, but... And not just for its food and people, but the countryside in Italy is beautiful. I used to love going to the market on the weekends. Italy, France a little bit, but Italy and Belgium, I loved going to their markets on the weekends. It'd always be in the town square, and there were everything from your vegetables, flowers, livestock, birds, entertainment groups, big brass bands. It was really neat. I miss it actually. Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit on this next wheel, and then I'll do a little bit of a reveal. Oh, it's getting messy. I'm getting messy. Let's see how far that matrix pushed in there. I think it was pretty far actually. Just doing a quick wiggle waggle. I'm going to quicken up just a little bit. And I got dinner waiting for me as well. Actually, I have leftovers from tomorrow, from yesterday, and they're calling me. Okay, so that brown went in a long way, but the blue over here came. It does not like my gloves. You're right. Let's see if we can try something else. That's a bit better. But so yeah, that came in way too far, and I might just get rid of that whole area right there. If I can get something out of here, let's see. I might bring that whole. I'm going to bring it all in. It's actually starting to disappear right here from the top, so I don't want it to egg shape, so we're going to take that out completely. And that's okay, but I gave it the chance of showing me something rather than just taking it off to begin with, and losing something that I didn't know was there. This way at least I know there was nothing there, and I'm not losing out when I'm taking this amount of space off the front. Let's see how we're looking now. It's been about half the size that it was, and it looks better already. So look how thin that is, really thin. Bring that in just a tiny bit. I don't know what time we're on. What time are we at? 5:30? Probably 5:30. So getting on to 6 o'clock. I'm sure people have things to do and have to get ready for tomorrow. So anybody that's been in, I really appreciate you. Thank you for spending some time with me on your Sunday. And we'll probably be back here again next week. And I don't know what kind of material we'll do next week, so let's do this real quick. This is looking good. It's got a nice shape to it. I gotta make sure I don't come down too far on the sides. A little bit of a wiggle waggle. Yeah. Ooh, that's tight right there. That is tight. Which is the reason I had to do the backing. One, these were sort of the end cuts, the thin cuts that came off some of the stones that we did a week ago. And I had to back them because some of it was so thin, I didn't know what I'd end up with. This is really neat. A little Mercedes in the middle. But as you can see, look how thin it is over here. I might even still have to bring that in. And then, look at that. So you can see I could orient it that way, but I'd still lose it anyway. So we might bring that in some more. But I actually like that a lot. And I love the little Mercedes sign in the middle. So we just got this one more to go. And then we'll work on to one piece of Kingman and we'll be done. And I gotta get ready for work. Okay, this one shows some pretty good potential. I gotta keep this glove on. I don't want to keep the glove on, I gotta keep the glove on. So, same thing, just gonna bring it in. some of that nooks and crevices on the side here. And see if we're going to keep one stone or move it into two. This one actually may turn into two. Make sure my water's working. Start to see a little bit of dust appearing. I do have a mask on, just in case any of you are already worried about me. But yeah, I got a mask on. And I think we can bring that in. Let's see. I think we can bring it in. I'm gonna bring it in. I'm gonna try it. I don't know if this is gonna work. Ooh, dusty. Okay. Give it a second to clear up. I have to decide. So I have this little crevice right here. And I need it to come up higher. So if I do that, I think we can get rid of it. Rather than going to one stone, I'm going to try and bring it in. Man. Water's not... I'm going to put some more water in. I can see dust. That's not good. So I'm just going to add a little bit more water. Makes it a little bit safer. And there we go. Okay. Bringing in my crevice. Hoping. Whew. It's a little dirty. We're okay. Let's keep going. So what I'm trying to do right now is bring this in without losing too much stone. But I don't have to cut this into two pieces to maximize the outcome of this material. Bring that in. Oh, we're going to lose a lot. That's okay. And if you haven't worked in lapidary before, you can make a stone completely disappear. Kind of doing right now. And that's it for right now, as far as the edges. So disappeared quite a bit. Now we're going to work on this top. I actually like the shape, and I like the little vein up here. I hope it goes down deep. Yeah, 6. KG has a plan. One of you can help her out with the plan. 6 more subscribers would be great. Any more thumbs up would be great. You know, if you haven't been here before, just hang out for a minute. Even that helps. Just hanging out for a minute helps me with my channel. And helps me be able to push this out to more people around the world. Alright. Now we're going to take this top. So we're definitely going to have some matrix coming in from the left, which maybe you're right. And hopefully this is going to... I'm hoping the face shows more turquoise than it does matrix. That's what I hope for. It could even be 50-50 and I'll be happy. Thursday, I don't know what we're going to do Thursday. We might do some more turquoise. I do have some more phosphorite to do. Hi, Menino. Florida is a great state. Engineer, welcome in. I can't answer that for you, but there is somebody in this chat, Miss KG, who may be able to help you. And KG, if you hadn't noticed, Miss North Star, she does have that Great Dane in her name. There's a reason for that. She does have dogs. She has, yeah, so I could put more of a splash guard up here. I have a splash guard on this end. Because it's spitting up, it actually gets caught by the wheel, so it doesn't come up in my face. And I'm actually doing well on my lap today. So I'm not soaked today. But yeah, you have to think about safety. It's very important. Now the ones that drip from the top tend to, I find, splash more than the Diamond Specific that spits it up. However, with the ones that come from the top, you can have a better splash guard along this edge, which I could put one on here. And as you can see that little orange folder to my left? That helps it from spitting over onto my work table. Okay, I'm going to go over one more. I don't know what turquoise is in Spanish, but if it was Spanish, it may have been Italian or Portuguese. Alright, now we're going to start rounding this up a little. I can see which side has most of the matrix, and I can see which side it has most of the turquoise. So I was hoping it would spread a little more across the whole face, but it doesn't look like it's going to. Alright, let's have a peek. Anyway. Portuguese, okay. So Portugal or Brazil? So it's actually looking pretty good. I think some more of this matrix will come off as I go down. I like the watery web in the turquoise itself. Oh, you got a pixie, yeah, I mean, so that would have been my option had I not come across this North Star. I was looking at a pixie yesterday, actually. Not in person, but online. And you know, watching Dave, you can get the same size stone on your pixie as I can on this genie, pretty much. You just have a little less that you can't, I don't think you can put on the quick access wheels on the right hand side, where you can just switch it on and off real quick from the 1200, 3000, and then switch it up to the 8, 14, 50,000. I don't have one of those adapters yet, but I'm gonna get one. I gotta get with Diamond Pacific actually and get myself one. Alright. As far as time, I can see where we're going. I'm working on the 280 grit wheel, which is a soft Nova wheel. takes out most of the facets because it's soft. I'm not pressing too hard. Alright. Portugal. Do you like the Cap King North Star? That's a little bit better on the wallet, I know that. And do you put the 8-inch Novas, Diamond Pacific on there, or you have the Cab King wheels? Alright, that's as far as we're going with that one. Kinda like it. So, looks pretty good. That's still coming out a little bit, and I think this will come down on the next 3 wheels, so I do like that. Darker to lighter in the bottom there. Really neat. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining me. We're going to do one piece. Let's find a piece of... No. Let's try this. Okay, so it's a piece of Kingman. Very hematitey. It's got a very thin seam on the bottom. I think we can do both. It's going to get a little muggy. I'm going to start on the top to see if I got any color under there. And then we're going to call it a day. Get a bit of a shake. So I'm not really going to girdle. Well, I'm going to girdle it. I'm just not going to put an angle on the girdle. So I need to see if I can face it from both sides or not. This will be the last piece of the day. Thank you all for coming in. Really appreciate. What do I got? One more thumbs up to hit 50. That'd be awesome. Okay. This is an odd piece. You can see how much lighter is it on that seam. And there's ribbony coming through it. So bring it down and we'll see if the ribbony is worth going for or if I just go for that thin on the bottom. I was pleasantly surprised by that. So yeah, there's blue in there. I was pleasantly surprised by that piece of opal. Pretty rough on this. Alright. Let's see if we're getting okay. Well, I am pleasantly surprised on this already, I think. So I was not expecting that much glue, to be honest. Yeah, I did not expect that. Let's do that back real quick. I'm going to do it on the light wheel first, just to see how it looks. And it's going to stay white. That's odd. Yeah, very odd. So we're definitely coming from this side, I think. Mike, how you doing? I am making a mess. Got lots of people join me to make a mess, which is fantastic. Love coming into your channel just to see what kind of mess you're making. So yeah, if you want, Mike has a great channel. Does a lot of carving and metalwork, arts and crafts, and figurines and all kinds of stuff. Depends what he's doing. But great to go into the live chat over there too. Alright, that's pretty much done. So yeah, just working on a piece of Kingman, Mike. And it does have a little bit of color to it and a lot of hematite. Starting to get there. I'm gonna have to try black gloves next time. This is a little too smoky for me, but so yeah, just tabbing some stuff out, Mike. I tend to do some work during the week, get stuff half processed, and then never go back to it. So Sundays are going to be my finishing off weekday, or day of the week, I should say. Yeah, I'm thinking about giving him a call to see if he has any more. I did get a little extra phosphosphaterite from Sam from Specialty Cabs and Blocks. Still got the blue moon to do. I'm still trying to figure out how to cut it. Alright. This Kingman has all kinds of stuff in it. So it's actually starting to shimmer because of the metals in it. We just got into a little piece of quartz right there. I'm not sure what this matrix over here is. And then we got the turquoise, sort of this bit right here. I'm not sure what that is. The matrix. Could be something irony. And now the back, what I'm going to consider the back to this turquoise, or if it's I'm not sure if it's turquoise or quartz. So I'm going to try and bring it down a little bit. Just got a few more minutes. Also, I really appreciate you coming in today, and everybody else. Mike, thanks for making it. KG or RocksAlot. Yes, I think, I don't know what this is on the back. Very odd. Neat. Very flat, very thin. I'm going to leave it. Yeah, I'm going to leave that. And then just do this side. This one real quick, and then we'll be done. Uh-oh. Excuse me. There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. So, welcome in. Almost at the end of the live for today. Really appreciate you being here, spending some time on your Sunday. Better than watching some of the stuff on television these days. So, we got quite a bit done. How many did we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to be up to 10. So 10 stones, and I still got 3 wheels on each one of them to do. I think we did 9 turquoise and 1 opal. So that's a decent haul for the day. And then, yeah, if you would all hit that like button before I turn the lights out, that'd be wonderful. If you could subscribe, oh, that's getting knocked. If you could subscribe, that would be fantastic. I don't know what number we're up to today. But having 50 likes for the day is fantastic, like I said. And then I got some, what have I got tonight? I've got some takeout. Leftovers takeout from yesterday. This tends to be better on the second than the first. So I'm looking forward to that. And then, settling into my Sunday night. And then we'll hit that week hard tomorrow. And I hope everybody has a wonderful week. I hope you all stay safe. I hope you all get to do what you like to do. And then we'll probably see you again Thursday, I think. And I'll come in early evening on Thursday. Tell you how my week went, because I got a new boss coming in tomorrow. Should be interesting. The last boss only lasted 2 months, so we'll see what happens. I hope he does well. Alright. I hear bubbles, but hearing bubbles is not good. It means my water's not going. Alright, so I'm going to call that. Let's turn that off. Take a quick show of what we did. Let's see if we can get this. Sorry. Try and move you over here. Doop. Doop. Donk. There we go. So, got a lot done of what I needed to do. Let's bring you in a little bit and take a look at what we got. So, it's a little too close, isn't it? Dog next door is like, finally, dude, shut the machine off. A lot of different stuff. So these were all end cuts. This one came out great. And, yep, this was the one from Thursday. Kingman. See that little piece of quartz, but we left it in. Superb. Love that. It's very little dirty here. Alright, so came out pretty good. Some of that smoky sort of matrix is going to come out as we do the next 3 wheels. This one was lovely. Look at that. And then got this one started. This was really thin, but came out nice. Then we're going to try, I don't know if we can do this with this light. Let's see if we can. And this was the opal. Oh, it came out good. So that was the opal. So did really well. Thank you all for coming in. I really appreciate you. Come join me next Thursday. Hit that subscribe. Hit that like on the way out. And this week, take care of each other. Most of all, take care of yourselves. And we'll see you Thursday. Love you all. Thank you. Cheers.